everybody. Thanks for joining us for Where I'm From, number 2, with Angelique Gagnon. She's about to join us, and I've read her poem, and it's beautiful. And I can't wait to hear her read it to all of us. I think she should be. Here she is. Hi.
Hi,
So good to see you.
same here.
Good to see you, Mesa and Lena. Um, yeah, is there anything you want to say before you read it, or you just want to launch into it?
Okay, now I just wanted to make sure my biggest big sister hopped on.
Yes.
He's here, so
Okay.
yeah. No, my dad was married 3 times. My mom was his third wife, and my biggest big sister is from his first marriage. So
That's
um,
really sweet.
yeah, it's really special. Okay, so
Okay, I'm here.
I am from sheet music, from bacon grease saved in glass jars and Land O'Lakes butter. I'm from the brown Victorian house that, by outward appearance, never reached its full potential. 2-story, kept at 65 degrees in the sub-zero winter. I am from the lily of the valley, delicate, late birthday gift of spring, whose aroma I secretly wish I could embody. I'm from the Christmas tree going up after Thanksgiving dinner and letting music move our bodies. From Alberta May and Ulysses Duke. I'm from the daily giving of hugs and kisses and long explorative conversations. From Sparkle Plenty and You're My Pumpkin Pie. I'm from the small generational Episcopal Church, the Guild of the Black Madonna, Miss Mabel sharing butterscotch candies, and the lighting of 4 purple Advent candles. I'm from the Twin Cities and the quorums who chose not to pass for white. Slow-cooked collard greens and plastic gallon buckets of Kemp's ice cream. From the sobering talks in teenage years, struggles with alcoholism on both sides of the family, and my mom's deliberate directive to change that genetic expression. The old-timey tunes, hummed accompaniment to step wet feet on a towel's edge, while her grand wrinkled hands used the rest to pat me dry. In the living room, on a bookshelf of reclaimed wood, are 3 intentional photo albums my mother assembled months prior in anticipation to her final days, for arms that can no longer hold me. Mouths no longer tell stories. My eyes can still meet their still captured faces, pages of life that rise into mine. Thank you.
I was really trying not to cry there at the end. When I read it the first time, I was really moved by the intentional nature of what she did. Like, that's really a beautiful gift. I, that must be a sense that must give you some solace. Some,
Yeah, I see her on the couch
yeah.
doing it.
I mean, for me, the dead don't really ever leave us. So they're with us, you know. I mean, It's
I
not
was
the same, but
I was the one who, out of the three of us, was able to take care of her in the last months. I mean, when she was putting the photo albums together, she was still very much present and able-bodied. And it was the last 2 months when she really, really needed me to be there. And I was a new mom at the time. You
wow.
know, my
Hmm.
oldest was 0 to 8 months
Hmm.
when she passed. So,
Um, so what was the experience like of writing it for you? Did you find it challenging, joyful, any other
um,
word?
no, actually, I found it in a way easy. Um, a lot of my writing, it's processing. And
Hmm.
so it usually comes like it's there's something emotional, there's an emotional charge that lives somewhere in my body. And because this
Hmm.
was external prompts, it was from the top down instead of like, the bottom up. Do you know what I
Hmm.
mean when I say
I
that?
do. I found it really liberating in that way because
Yeah,
it wasn't generative in the same way. It was,
right.
yeah, it was like a Mad Lib. Someone has made that comment, that it's like a
Right.
personal history Mad Lib. And
Yeah.
I actually found it easier than a Mad Lib because with Mad Libs, I try to like come up with cool stuff. Where there just was cool stuff, because it's my life. And
Right. Well,
there's a lot of amazing things that happened.
and I and in writing you the little preface when I sent it to you, oh God, I just lost my point. Oh, that it was joy, it was a joyful excavation. And because
Hmm.
like when I'm writing to process something, whether it's to express myself because I can't hold it in my body anymore, whether it's painful or joyful,
Hmm.
um, this it was it was light,
Hmm.
and it was, yeah, deliberate in that I picked what I wanted to remember. I shaped this poem to be what I wanted it to be, so that in the same way that my mom created these photo albums, whether it was her conscious intention or not,
Hmm.
like it's like I can read this and wrap this imaginary blanket around me. And
Hmm.
so doing this was a huge gift for me. I mean, it's, and I've had some difficult things come up this week, and I think about this poem, or I go back and I reread it, and it's really been a comfort for me.
That's so wonderful. I found it to be, yeah. And I loved when you wrote me the email that was like that you did make choices. And I think that we do make choices all the time, about what we express and don't express. And it was nice to be doing it for myself. It was a choice, not because of the company I was keeping, but because of what I wanted to do. Where oftentimes I might choose based on who I'm with and if I want them to feel comfortable or uncomfortable, and this was just my own my own comfort,
Yeah,
which lots of times doesn't get primary focus. So,
especially being moms.
right. So it was like, oh, yeah, I found it to be, anyway, it was a super interesting exercise. And I'm so grateful that you did it. And for anyone who's curious, which people might be, Angelique and I went to college together. So we have known each other for a long time,
Yeah.
but we're not like close in college, just sort of knew each other
Hmm.
and have reconnected through the wonders of social media. And how funny it is that you find people that the seeds were planted a long time ago, but that doesn't bear fruit until much later. One cannot guess at these things; they just happen or don't. So I'm
Not
grateful that we've reconnected.
me too. And I was thinking about that before we got on, that I was trying to remember like how exactly. I'm trying to remember the exact moment, and I can't. And
Mm-hmm.
obviously there's a very strong resonance between us that I feel like you've still been there,
I
even
know.
though
Mm-hmm.
we didn't have that strong of a bond in college. It just, when the time is right, and the relationship is, when we're ripe for the relationship to be
Mm-hmm.
its full expression. Yeah.
I wish I could go back and tell my 20-year-old self that, things happen at a varied pace. There's no right way life unfolds. I really wanted to make it happen in, in the time frame that I felt was appropriate. So I wish I could go back and give her a little pat and say, it'll happen. Just, it's okay. Trust, grace, it'll happen. So
Right.
I am grateful for our friendship and that you reached out with your poem and that you shared it with us tonight. And is there any last things you want to say, or is that good?
No, it's good. I just really appreciate the opportunity.
Oh,
And I feel like this is just the beginning.
no, I'm so thrilled about all of this. It's just joyful. And it's so wonderful to just have a joyful, creative piece to share with people. It's wonderful. So thank you for your part in it. And thank you for everyone who showed up. So good to see you.
Thank you.
And I will post this and we'll be back with another one. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.